Hi, hello. So for this video, I will be drawing a character that I voice acted for a project called The Tale of Two Travelers by a channel by KingShot1. So I guess I never voice acted before, so this was like crazy for me, but I got recommended from a friend of a friend to do this, and I did it. And it was so cool, and please go check it out because so many people worked so hard on this, and I really want to help it out and to make sure that it gets the recognition it deserves. When this project gets the recognition it deserves. So for this video, I will be promoting that, and I will be drawing the character I voiced, just chillin'. So that was that was my plan for this video. Sorry for all the promoting, but if you like this art and you're new here, you should subscribe. And if you are already subscribed, you should like and share, especially for this, because for this other project that I'm promoting, so it gets out there and people will see it, because a lot of people did work hard on this. And I have a Ko-fi. I have a goal for my Ko-fi to get a better mic, so hopefully the next time, if I work on this project again, hopefully it'll all sound better. I have a gaming channel where I play video games, which the next time I upload, I'll probably be talking about this too. And yeah, thank you so much for thank you so much for listening to my shilling, and now let me talk about the drawing. So like I mentioned, I voiced the secretary in the second episode, and I just drew her chilling in the forest with some purple flowers because I love the color purple. So the first thing I did was, as you can see, I made the sketch. I used a 3D model to help me get down the perspective, because I can do really good like forced perspective, but subtle perspective is I'm still not very good at it. So thank you, 3D model, for helping me. And then I sketched out everything. I knew the basic idea of what I wanted. It was just like her chilling. So she's chilling. Drawing off of a Minecraft skins have always been an interesting thing for me, because a lot of it, especially when you're an artist, you have to like look at the pixels really hard and like determine what things are, and that's kind of fun. It's also challenging. I also thought this character had a tail, because it's obvious she's not like, or she's a humanoid thing, but she's not a human. She did not. I was like, oh, okay. And so I made sure to not have that. I tried to keep it as accurate as possible from what I could see. I almost forgot the scar on her leg, and I was like, oh no. But yeah, I should talk about the background, because I did the background first. So for big backgrounds like these, I always do the background first, because it's the part that is the most tedious, and if I don't put a lot of work into it, it will not look that great. So I'm happy I did put work into it. For the trees, I did double texturing, so I did the tree lines for the, like, bark, I guess, and then I added extra texture, and then with the shadows and highlights, I added even more texture to make sure it really looked like an actual tree with, like, bark on it. I don't know how well that turned out. I feel like if I painted the trees down a little bit differently, it would have worked out better, because it still feels kind of flat. But it's getting there. I'm getting better, especially since I've been getting more into like painting things. Because now when I do my backgrounds, I don't even add I don't really even like to add line art anymore. I prefer to just paint my backgrounds because it is way easier. Tip, if you have an art style similar to mine, or you're aiming for that and you want to do backgrounds, just paint them. There's something about it that just makes it easier. And as you can see right now, on the background trees, I did the same thing, but smaller. I don't do it on the really far trees. I also decided to make the darker things more up close and the lighter things more in the back. I usually do the opposite, but I thought it would I tried to make it more like a sunset, so I thought it would give it a different effect, because a lot of the time things in the background can, like, they're either darker or lighter, but in, like, real life, if I see a tree from far away, it's a blurry tree, because I can't see that far. Well, I can see decently. I need glasses to drive a car. So it would be a blurry tree, but I could still see it, and usually it's... So I thought I would try that. Also, I didn't want to render every individual piece of grass, so I downloaded a grass brush. I'm not sure how well the execution came out for it. I think I need to work more with it to get it to, like, work with my art style. I think it looks fine here. I feel like the grass looks a little too real for the rest of the drawing, even though it did save me 3 years of time, because I would hate having to, like, even just putting in, like, the shadows for the grass would be sucky. And then the only thing that I have with this against this grass brush is the farther away it got, the more, like, distorted the grass got, like, the grass texture, and so it really didn't look like a grass texture from far away. It looked like a blob, and you can really see that in the background. I also kind of regret the grass. I tried to make the grass lighter the farther away it goes, but I feel like I made it lighter and more blue, which sounded great in the sketch, but probably wasn't the best execution in real life. It looks kind of strange to me now that I'm looking at it in speed paint, but it looks, like I said, it's strange, but it also looks fine. I'm just being nitpicky with myself. Overall, I do like the background. It's not like what I usually do, which is I kind of cope out on drawing grass and I do a mossy forest, so I actually tried this time. Well, not tried, but I didn't cop out. I actually did grass, or rendered grass, even though I used a brush. I did grass. For the character, it was my usual process. I had to change the colors because, okay, color theory was making her skin all strange colors. So I would eye drop it to make sure I was in the right, like, tone-ish range, and then I would change the color when I was coloring it. Also, I saw this trick online, actually, of the face thing. It's like it makes your faces look more real. I talked about it in my last video. I think you can still see it after the rendering, and I really like how it looks. It makes her face look real. The only thing is I think I need to blend down more into her, or the next time I draw using that technique, I need to blend more down into the neck with that technique, because I felt like the rest of the body didn't look as alive as the face, and as, like, touchy and, like, skin-y as the face. And I tried to compensate with that with, like, adding blush, but I'm not sure if that, like, worked. And then my hair is my usual hair. I add the texture, I add the shading, I add the highlights. Lighter hair, I try to keep the shading a little bit darker because it's lighter, darker hair. I go a little bit harder on the highlights because it's darker and the shadows don't show up as much. For everything else, I literally just shade how I usually do. I don't really know what to say. But yeah, I really like how this piece turned out. It took me a bit of time, and I was actually busier than I thought this week. So that's fun. And yeah, go please watch the video, the Tale of Two Travelers video. Please watch both episodes, actually. Please. A lot of people worked hard. I feel like I'm begging, and a lot of people are probably annoyed, but I don't know how else to advertise other than to beg. So I'm begging. Please. Oh crap, I forgot to mention something. I added a shadow from the tree across her head, and I was going to do it across her leg, and I changed my mind about the leg, but not the head. Sorry, hyperactive attention deficit disorder is fun. But, yes, please go watch this video. Everyone worked really hard. Please. And then, if you're new here and you like my art, subscribe. I know I already said that at the beginning. But yeah, I don't know how much to talk about other than I'm really excited about this project. I don't know how much more I'll be participating in it, but I am super hyped. I'm like super pumped. I'm like ready to watch the next episode or like be in it. I don't know, but I would really appreciate, like, you guys going and watching it and sharing it, please. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This drawing was a lot of fun. And yeah, I can't wait to see you guys in next week's video. And Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!